Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation of the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week, week number 4 in high school football as the Cougars of Hazleton area play host to the Wolf-Pack of Wilkes-Barre area. You are looking live at Harmon Guy Stadium. Thank you for joining us for continuing coverage of high school football, the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. Here on WILN, I'm Marty Burns, joined once again by the coach Joe DeMelfi, Jim Burns on the stats. Joe, we got a matchup of a couple of 1 and 2 teams. The Wolf-Pack coming off a come-from-behind victory at Wallen-Paw-Pack. One of the two teams, ironically, that came from behind against Hazleton area for a victory. Both teams going through that growth period with youth. But I'll tell you, we were both impressed standing out on the field looking at Jake Howe, a sophomore at quarterback for the Wolf-Pack.
Yeah, Wilkes-Barre area last one times, which makes me think Ciro Cinti might have had a conversation with Mouse Davis, one of the originators of the run and gun, run and shoot, whatever they call it. But Jake Howe, sophomore, can throw the ball. We saw him last year. We were impressed with him as a freshman, and he is evolving into a very good quarterback. Austin Wilson from Hazleton, also quarterback who's growing into the position. As you said, Wallen-Paw-Pack is a common denominator here, and Hazleton lost to them but led most of the game. Wilkes-Barre area beat them last week, so it should be an interesting matchup tonight. One of the things you look for, Wilkes-Barre area threw it 31 times last week, which is almost 50%. You run 60, 65 plays, which is very unusual for a Coach Cinti team. They're usually a ground attack football team. So we'll see what they come up with tonight. Hazleton area will receive the kickoff, as indicated by Harry Caskey, our referee.
And Joe, as you mentioned, Harry Caskey, the referee. The umpire tonight is John Basic. Chris Basic is the linesman. Line judge Nick Coleman. Side judge is Chad Obert. Field judge Kevin Harry. And before we get started, I'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal this season. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton.
Marty, good night for football.
Oh, beautiful night, Coach.
Temperatures mid-60s at kickoff.
Wolf-Pack, as you talked about, under the direction of the veteran Ciro Cinti, and Hazleton area under the direction of one of the, I'd say, top young coaches in the area, Joe and Dennis Bookman. And I think the one thing we're definitely going to see tonight, both of these teams will lay it on the line for their coaching staff, and I'm expecting a pretty good ball game here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marty, both 1 and 2, both looking for that win that sort of sets them on the road for more victories. So it should be very competitive ball game.
Back deep for Hazleton area. As Joe mentioned, getting the opening kickoff will be Hazleton area. Number 3, Ryan Van Gilst. Number 2, Carlos Gonzalez. Joe, the other thing I saw during warm-ups, Jake Howe, very impressive at quarterback, but believe this is Miguel Galeno, and he had quite the leg in warm-ups.
He's kicking the ball very well. He kicked it from his 40-yard line, practicing and putting it deep in the end zone. This one's about the 8.
And this is Gonzalez straight up the middle, and he'll be hauled down across the 35-yard line, making that tackle Dante Robinson Jr.
Good return. Found a little space in the middle of the field. First down, Hazleton at their own 38.
Stop by Sally Purcell's Country Inn at 891 West County Road in Sugarloaf. Sally Purcell's is open Tuesday to Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. serving lunch and dinner specials. Join us Wednesday for wing night, Friday and Saturday for prime rib and other weekend specials. Sally Purcell's also has dining on our outdoor patio. Good luck to the Hazleton area Cougars from Sally Purcell's Country Inn. First and 10 Cougars, Wilson will hang it off. This is Mazenko, just as we saw 3 weeks ago, Joe, bullying his way straight up the middle between the two guards and center. A gain of 10, and I believe they're going to give him enough for a grand central first down.
Interesting formation. Two backs to the right. They were in a pistol where the tailback is a little deeper than the quarterback right behind him. They ran a counter-type play with the two backs running, one kicking out, one going up the field.
Mazenko went back over 100 yards last week, as did quarterback Austin Wilson, who's trying to get to the outside. Cuts it back, and the Wolfpack was ready for him defensively. I'm sorry, Joe. I just wanted to mention Gene Ardo on the tackle.
And Wilkes-Barre did a nice job moving to the ball. Wilson took it to the sideline, but he stayed flat. We talk about whether you can turn it up. Never found the opportunity to turn it up the field. We're looking at a 2nd and 10.
Fake to Mazenko, dropping it off nicely and making the catch for Hazleton area. The first reception of the night belongs to John Carlos Peralta.
Jovan Goodwin from Wilkes-Barre area did a great job. And you'll look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see Goodwin with the tackle. Limits the gain to about 6 or 7, so we're looking at a 3rd and long 3.
I know if it was Nick Sirianni, it'd be 2-down territory. Almost a bobble on the snap. Mazenko is going to be dropped for the loss as the timing of the play was out of whack. And we don't want to put blame, but we do have to mention, since we were here last, Robbie Anderson is out with injury for Hazleton area. Taking over at center is Jake Zabataki. And sometimes you may have that where maybe the snap center quarterback exchange is a little off and it takes the timing off the play.
Snap was high. Wilson had a tough time bringing it down. Plus, Wilkes-Barre area front was up the field very quickly.
Going back deep, Nigel Davis, number 7. As is number 12, Trayvon Gambitsky. He eludes one tackler and getting pushed out of bounds. Actually, I apologize. That was Hassan Howard on the return. And he was knocked out of bounds by Hazleton area's Ashton Carlick on special teams. Damon's Grill is proud to support all of the area sports teams. Visit Damon's Grill in Hazleton for fantastic food and great times. Damon's Grill is famous for their ribs, burgers, salads, and more. There is something on the menu for everyone. Damon's Grill is open at 11 a.m. daily for appetizers, lunch, and dinner with 4 big screen projectors and 30 flat panel TVs. There's no better place to watch all the games than Damon's Grill. Damon's Grill can also cater all your at-home or corporate events, too. Here come the Wolfpack for the first time, and it's going to be a toss play. Trying to get to the outside is Underwood, and Underwood is going to be stretched out short gain. Looks like they'll give him maybe one, Joe.
Gonzalez did a great job coming up, forcing the ball carrier out of bounds after maybe a half a yard at the most.
And this is the future of Wilkes-Barre Wolfpack football, at least for the couple years. Howe a sophomore, Underwood a sophomore. The senior back there is Shiner. This is Underwood again. He eludes one tackle, eludes a second, and Underwood has some running room. What a great effort by Davon Underwood, and he looks to have a grand central. Wolfpack first down.
Underwood with some moves, Marty, kind of back where you have to square him up. You cannot afford to lunge at him. Did a great job, and that was all Underwood. First down for the Wolfpack.
And those two sophomores are in the backfield. Howe this time rolls left, throws, and just overshoots his intended receiver, Gembitsky.
Tried to go flat on the short route. Looked like he floated the ball a little.
And I thought that was the one thing in seeing him in warm-ups. I understand warm-ups are different than when you get out to game action. But I thought a lot of his balls had a lot of zip on it.
Well, and he was straight back, dropping straight back while I was watching him warming up.
This will be Underwood on 2nd and 10. Flag is down from Harry Caskey. Could be a hold on the offense.
Looked like they were running a inside read where Underwood wanted to cut back. Hazleton area doing a nice job staying where they need to be defensively. That backside didn't open up. Caskey made the call.
I'm not sure what he called. Although I will say his yellow flag looks very bright. He must have went to the laundromat with that.
I'm wondering if he called engaged blocking below the way.
Chop block, maybe.
I'm wondering whether that was the signal.
They're moving back to the 21. That's 15 yards, Joe. So that maybe that's what he did. I really didn't see a signal from Mr. Caskey, but maybe I did miss the chop block. Regardless, it's 2nd and 25 for the Wolfpack. This is Underwood. Looking for room to try to cut it back and sees a lot of red jerseys as the Cougars again string him out, but have a tough time bringing him down as he'll get a gain of 5, and a lot of that was just pure Underwood.
Yeah, it took a long time for him to be able to turn it up. Hazleton area, good pursuit defensively. So we're looking at 3rd and about 20.
Initially, when he wanted to go up the middle, Tommy King for Hazleton area blocked up his initial hole and forced him even further outside.
Trips left, empty backfield.
3rd and 20, and they'll give to Underwood again, but they're going to come on a reverse. Gembitsky is going to be brought down for a loss of about a yard. Peralta came up with the tackle, and I apologize, instead of 12, it was 42. Rajon Watson, who was brought down for the loss of 1, but a nice defensive play there by Peralta in the open field to bring up the punt.
Wilkes-Barre area shorter man comes on a little late.
Gene Ardo to punt it away. Van Gilst back deep for the Cougars. Wide snap and almost blocked. Van Gilst comes up and calls fair catch. I thought he caught it more at the 48 or 49. The officials say the 46. Regardless, great starting field position for the second drive for Hazleton area. Tonight's game brought to you by Jimmy's Quick Lunch, a Hazleton tradition. Jimmy's Quick Lunch has a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu. Jimmy's Quick Lunch has homemade daily food specials and desserts, and of course, is home to the famous Jimmy Dog with everything. Try an old-fashioned vanilla Coke while you are there, too. as the lights come on here at Harmon Geist. Jimmy's Quick Lunch is a proud supporter of all the area's sports teams and proud to serve your family generation to generation. Jimmy's Quick Lunch, located at 123 East Broad Street, downtown Hazleton. So from their own 46, empty backfield for Wilson. He was looking to throw back to Peralta. It's complete. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him. Cuts it back. And Peralta inside the Wolfpack 45. He's got a Cougar. Grand Central, first down.
Wilson did a nice job taking that to the right side. They ran a screen back to Peralta. Here you see it. Does a good job setting up. Excellent job blocking downfield.
Young Court was 54 for Hazleton area, and then 58 is Brian K. Elcano.
Both of those young men doing a nice job. They run it off the right side. Mazenko picks up a couple.
Mazenko, a hard runner, but Joe, as we see on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, no score, approaching 6 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. If there's ever anything you could say about a Cerro Cinti team, they're going to be up for the physical challenge.
They've always been, as you mentioned, Marty, a physical football team. But Hazleton area under Coach Buckman is also a physical football team. So we said at the onset of the ball game it's going to be interesting game, and I'm sure it will be.
Mazenko broke one tackle, stays on his feet, picks up 6 to the 35, bringing up third and short. And be remiss if we did not talk about guiding this Wolfpack defense, another veteran in Mr. Eddie Michaels.
Ed Michaels, I knew from my tenure at Wilkes. I knew Coach Cinti also, and have a lot of respect for both those gentlemen.
3rd down and 2, Cougars on the move on their second possession in Wolfpack territory. Ball marked at the 35. Clock approaching 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter on Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, no score. In the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute game of the week here on WYLN, no score. Mazenko straight up the middle, and he is going to be hauled down at about the 26. Believe making that tackle was Logan Sienkiewicz, or Mazenko could have been gone, but he does get the Grand Central first down.
I'll tell you what, Sienkiewicz made the tackle and hung on right here. Sienkiewicz right there, and then finally gets a little help. But Mazenko running hard. Cougars taking it straight at Wilkes-Barre area, doing a nice job on the ground.
2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, Moran and Gonzalez. Wilson bobbles the snap. Now he's going to pick it up and run. And Wilson will be hauled down after a short gain, but he gained positive yardage after what could have been disastrous. Jovan Goodwin came up to make the tackle.
That snap looked like it was okay. I don't know if Wilson wanted to do whatever he was going to do, run to the corner or hand it off. Take another look. There you see it.
And this replay, as always, brought to you by S.J. Kowalski. So he picked up 2, Joe, making it 2nd and 8. Again, he has Mazenko to his right, but a 3-receiver set to the top of your screen. And it's Mazenko, and I believe that's Howie Shiner that jumped on his back and brought him down for a 1-yard gain.
Shiner, a senior, who played well last year for Wilkes-Barre area, comes in hard to make that tackle. Third down for the Cougars.
Mazenko is going to go out wide to the top of your screen. Wilson rolls that way. Throws to Moran, and he is met by Davis. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like they're only going to give him about 4 to the 20, bringing up 4th down and about 4.
Nigel Davis, great job breaking on the receiver, forces him out of bounds. And as you mentioned, Marty, about 5 yards short of that first down mark.
I don't know. It certainly looked like Moran had to the 20 or maybe inside.
Long count, hard count. Let's see if the Cougars come up with something here.
Got the play clock right in front of them. They're going to run the play. Wilson to the end zone, wide open. Gonzalez, and incomplete. May have just been out of his reach. And the Wolfpack will hold on downs.
Caught the secondary for the Wolfpack flat-footed and just couldn't hold on. So the Wolves of the Wilkes-Barre area escape.
And my little Wolfpack grew. As they come out 1st and 10, they survived the scoring threat from Hazleton area. Full house backfield. And this is Shiner. Shiner to the outside, down the sideline, and he'll get out of bounds at about the 47. Good for a grand central. Wolfpack first down.
Shiner downhill quickly, found the corner and took off. Right here you see a decent blocking getting the corner. I think that was Noah Smith for Wilkes-Barre area in the right side.
Now they'll go to the left, and Hazleton area bottles it up nicely to bring him down for no gain. Stop by Tyrone's Market at 819 Alter Street for all your tailgate party needs, whether it's Penn State tomorrow, the Giants on Sunday, you choose. Steaks, chicken, pork, ribs, burgers, and dogs. Stuffed peppers and cold salad, serving the Hazleton area for over 80 years. Tyrone's Market says, go Cougars! Tyrone's Market, 819 Alter Street in Hazleton. How to pass. Has a man. It's complete. Going down the field is Gambitsky. And that's good for a Italian guys. Pizzeria. Wolfpack first down. And I apologize. It was Rajon Watson.
Looked like the receiver just ran right by the defender. As a defender, you cannot stop. If the receiver's running, you have to keep running with him. Stop to look at the quarterback. Touchdown, Wilkes-Barre area.
And now that I look at it again, I think I was right the first time. I think it was Gambitsky.
It was Gambitsky.
Kick is up, and it is good. 1:44 left in the opening quarter. Wolfpack strike first, leading 7-0.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
At Harry's You Pull It, you get more. More money when junking your vehicle. The process is fast and we pay top dollar. More satisfaction knowing our state-of-the-art equipment fully recycles 100% of your vehicle. More savings. Find all the parts you need without paying full prices. For all things automotive, you get more at Harry's You Pull It. Visit WeGotUsed.com to learn more.
We welcome you back to Harmon Geist Stadium. The Wolfpack strike first after Jake Howe had 3 touchdown passes last week. He gets his first of the night here to Gambitsky. Quick 2-play drive for the Wolfpack. This is going to be Van Gill straight up the middle. And he is going to get out across the 35-yard line. One of the players in on special teams for the Wolfpack was Ariel Lopez.
Marty, Wilkes-Barre area. Gambitsky, 53-yard pass from Howe. Sanchez kick, good, 3 plays. 78 yards, 50 seconds. We got 1:37 left here in the first quarter. Cougars down by 7.
And you see it there on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. 1st and 10. Van Gilst in motion. They're going to hand it off to Mizenko, and he got stood up in the middle. I believe that was Ardo with the big tackle and meeting of Mizenko right in the middle of the field for a short gain of about 2.
Wilkes-Barre area with some size up front.
And this is going to be Diaz trying to find some running room. He broke one tackle down the sideline, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds inside Wolfpack territory, and he gets a Grand Central first down.
Nice job by Diaz up the field. Picks up the first down, had some blocks in front of him. Basically a sweep, although Wilson gave him the ball in front of him and tossed it, actually. I believe he did. It looked like he did. If that was fumbled, it would be an incomplete pass.
And again, a toss. This one is to Van Gilst. And Van Gilst stays on his feet nicely to get good yardage on first down for a gain of about 5.
Ran the same play to the right side, although Van Gilst turned it up a little quicker. Looking at the winding down in the first quarter. See if they get this off, Marty.
They don't have to. Down to 5 seconds. Play clock has plenty of time. And they're going to get it just off, and it's Mizenko. Mizenko is going to be hauled down at about the 35. He picks up a Grand Central first down to end the first quarter. The score, Wolfpack 7, Cougars nothing. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week on WYLN.
Hi everybody, my name is Brandon. I'm the sales manager here at Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton Mazda. We have a huge selection of new Mazdas in stock today, ready for immediate delivery.
Right now, get financing as low as 2.9% on 2023 Mazda CX-30s and CX-50s. And the amazing all-new 7-passenger 2024 Mazda CX-90. Every Mazda tested has earned the 2023 IIHS Top Safety Pick Award.
Come on in today and check out the new vehicles here at Blaze Alexander Mazda of Greater Hazleton.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Start of the second quarter. Cougars trailing 7-0. On 1st and 10, Mazenko! And he's going to be upended after a gain of almost 10. Goodwin came up to make the tackle.
Nice job right side of that Hazleton area line. Mazenko picks up big yardage. First quarter, Hazleton area 35 yards rushing, 37 passing, 72 total. Wilkes-Barre area 14 yards rushing, 53 passing, 67 yards total.
All 53 of those coming on the pass play from Howe to Gambitsky. That has accounted for the only scoring so far. But Mazenko looks to change that as he gets inside the 20 for a gain of 9. That previous run was good for a Grand Central first down. And here he gets 9.
I'll tell you, we were talking about Hazleton area's offensive line, young. Now we have a youngster at center because of the injury there, but they're doing a great job moving the ball on the ground, giving Mazenko some room to run.
On 2nd and 1, the Cougars, for the first time tonight in the FNL doors, red zone. Mazenko again lowering the shoulder, and he should have enough for a Grand Central first down.
Left side, just like a dive play, Marty. Mazenko picks up, and we've seen him in the first game we did here. Mazenko had a big game, ran the ball very well.
New set of downs for the Cougars, trailing 7-0, approaching 10.5 minutes remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership second quarter scoreboard. Wilson checks to the sideline. Mazenko moves left. It's Mazenko again, and Mazenko got tripped up after a gain of almost 5.
Linebackers having to make tackles. The offensive line doing a nice job with a push off the ball. The other thing, Marty, when they put people in motion and then they give it to Mazenko, if you can't find the ball, you can't make the tackle. And sometimes all that motion causes confusion on the defensive side of the ball.
Getting a shovel pass to Van Gilst. He's got a trick to the end zone. They say the ball's loose. It's a touchback. They say Van Gilst did not get in.
If he did not get in, Marty, it's a touchback. Don't know. He was close, and I don't know if we're going to be able to tell it here. There you see Van Gilst turns it up.
You don't see the football, but it certainly looked like as he was going down, then it popped out, and he was already in the end zone.
And they're going to have a discussion here, but you're right, Marty. I thought he was in.
I did as well. I was ready for my two Italian guys, Joe.
That ball looked like it came out when he hit the ground.
And he was clearly in the end zone at that point.
We have no review in New York here, do we?
No. And we can't go to Gene's territory either. Harry Kasky says it's a two Italian guys. Pizzeria touchdown. Now, as I thought, Coach Cynthia across the way would like an explanation.
Well, and he should ask for the explanation, but
from our angle, as we said, we don't have a camera on the opposite side. We didn't see where the ball was, but I think we both agreed it seemed like Van Gilst lost the ball when he hit the ground, and he was already clearly in the end zone.
His momentum took him in the end zone. Then he hit the ground. The ball came out. I think the officials made a good call there.
There's a certain guy, though, across the way that I don't think agrees.
And believe me, I've been in his position. I know.
And he's still going. The officials are walking away, but Coach Cinty's still going. Fortunately for the Wolfpack, it's a Cougar touchdown, and they try for the extra point with Levi Kurtz. Some movement up front. Now, very interesting, and I know Coach Bookman sometimes takes the thinking of Coach Curry. You get a penalty that gets you half the distance to the goal, we go for 2, and it certainly looks like that's what Hazleton area is electing to do.
Well, the way they've been running the ball, I think it's a good call by Coach Bookman. to go for 2 here. I mean, now you got 1.5 yards to get it in the end zone.
And here comes the Cougar offense. They're going to go for 2 and try to get a 1-point lead here in the second quarter. Wilson keeps rolling right, and he is in for 2. 9:30 left in the opening half. Cougars their first lead of the night, 8-7.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. The Cougars have taken the first lead of the night at 8-7, and they're getting ready to kick it off.
Credit Wilson on that 2-point play. Marty did a nice job making the fake, then finding the end zone.
Taking it at the 11 is Hassan Howard, and Howard will get out near the 30. That's where the Wolfpack will start, 1st and 10.
Credit the kickoff cover team. Did a nice job left side. They did not cave into the middle. So when the ball carrier broke to the outside, they did a nice job in coverage and tackling. Van Gilt's 9-yard touchdown run. Wilson with the run for 2 points. 9 plays, 62 yards, used 4 minutes, 14 seconds. 8-7, the Cougars.
And Hazleton area didn't see something they liked defensively. They take the timeout, leading 8-7.
Guys, listen, we have a good time, but it's about a team effort. So if you're in the market for a car, you want to be part of this award-winning team, come check out Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Greater Hazleton. Whether you need a service or repair, we do it all. We'll fix it big or small. If you need a part, we got you covered. And we finance your future, even if you fumbled in the past. We have the lowest price guarantee. Or we'll give you $1,000.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium, the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week here on WILN. Hazleton area leading Wilkes-Barre area 8-7. I'm Marty Burns, joined by Joe DeMelfi, Mike Sosar on the sidelines, Jim Burns on the stats.
I don't know what they saw, but I'm guessing that there was something with the secondary. Wilkes-Barre area in a wide slot to the left, single receiver right.
Howe completes the pass for a gain of 11 on first down and a grand central first down. And making the catch was Javon Goodwin. Bottlenecks on Broad Street in West Hazleton has been serving the area for over 20 years, known for their award-winning chicken wings, gourmet burgers, sandwiches, homemade soups, fresh chopped salads, barbecue, and desserts. Bottlenecks is family-friendly and great for large groups. Visit them online for takeout or delivery or stop by Tuesday through Sunday to find out why everyone loves Bottlenecks. And Howie Shiner loves the football down the sideline as he goes out of bounds inside Cougar territory to the 36. Good for a wolf pack. Grand Central, first down.
Xander Coleman come over and force Shiner out. There you see it on the S.J. Kowalski replay. Good hustle by Coleman. But Shiner having a nice night running the football.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the nation's first cable company, Service Electric, serving 75 years.
Trips right.
Howe rolls that way. Throws an almost intercepted. Peralta may have gotten a hand on it to disrupt the pass play.
Not a good look or not a good read by Howe. He had coverage under and over. Tried to thread the needle. And as you mentioned, Marty, it looked like that ball may have been tipped. So we're looking at 2nd and 10. He had a receiver underneath at about 4 yards that he passed up to try to make that throw.
And he'll roll right again.
There it is.
And this time it is Watson, but the Cougars converge on him quickly to make it a short gain. Peralta was there first, and Coleman helped on defense.
That was the play on the first down. You see in the S.J. Kowalski, that was the person that was open, that receiver. So we're looking at 3rd down and about 7, maybe a short 7.
Whistles stopped the play. Did we get another Cougar timeout? Didn't see an indication yet. Or did we have did they notice an injury or a possible injury to a Cougar and are forcing him to the sideline?
I don't know. Maybe it was an equipment thing, but they're back now. I don't know if there's a timeout charged to anybody.
While we have a moment, Corrado's Tire and Service Center, located at 798 Grand Street in Hazleton, is proudly celebrating their first year in business. Corrado's Tire and Service Center specializes in brake work, alignments, state inspections, and quality tires at great prices. Corrado's Tire and Service Center hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, Saturday, 7:30 to 2, and closed on Sundays. Call Corrado's Tire and Service Center at 570-599-1842. Corrado's Tire and Service Center, making car care easy. Flags litter the field as Underwood cuts it back, and Underwood for now has a 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria touchdown, but the 2 gentlemen on either side of me are indicating this is coming back.
Yeah, we got a holding penalty on the corner. So that run will be called back.
Well, I have a moment. I want to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal this season, as they have for so many seasons here at WILN Sports. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette, located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton, for supplying us with our crew meal for so many seasons here at WILN Sports. And the holding call will bring it back to the Cougar 44, setting up a 3rd down and 18 as they have to get to the 26 for a first.
Adjusting the penalty by a couple of yards as Wilkes-Barre area, 3rd down, long.
4 receivers set. One of those is Underwood. Looking for the screen to Underwood, and read nicely by Mazenko. And they're going to say he was down for a loss. Brady Mazenko comes in and makes a big play defensively.
Tried to run that screen underneath, and great job. Mazenko was right. He just followed the receiver and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down. What you want to do on that, Marty, is hit that a little over the middle rather than out there. But the receiver never got to the middle, and Mazenko was right on him.
Ardo to punt it away. Again, some pressure late from Peralta. Fair catch called for by Van Gilst. Made at the 12 makes Coach DeMelfi very happy, and we should remind you that high school football is brought to you by the Freedom Grill, located inside the Freeland VFW in Freeland. Open Thursday through Monday from 4 to 8. Freedom Grill is home to the big tailgate food special. Available every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during football season. 1 large antipasta, 2 dozen wings, and an 8-cut round pizza for $35. Pre-order your tailgate food special by calling 570-636-0160. Find us on Facebook by searching VFW Post Freeland to find the Freedom Grill. Here come the Cougars, leading 8-7. And Mazenko again, pulling his way straight up the middle, all the way to the 25, and another Grand Central first down.
Moving the ball very well. S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see it. Great down block right there. By the Hazleton area, left guard, trying to get a number.
And again, straight up the middle of the Cougars' attack, and they'll get a gain of about 5 to the 30. Who else but Mazenko, wearing 42. Left guard, Joe, is 54, Peter Youngcourt for Hazleton.
I'll tell you why, Youngcourt did a great job the previous play on a down block, which opened up the running lane. That time the offensive line again off the ball. 2nd and maybe 6.
Peralta goes in motion to the top of your screen. And flags will stop the play. 5:35 remaining in the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership second quarter scoreboard. 8-7 Cougars. And one of the things that in a couple publications today that Coach Bookman talked about, shooting ourselves in the foot and getting ourselves behind the sticks. Prime indicator right there. We'll see how it turns out for them, as it'll be a 2nd down and a long 10.
One of the frustrations, Marty, is you pick up 5-6 yards on first down, that's very good to be able to do that. Then all of a sudden you have a motion penalty and the gain the previous play is wiped out. So you're looking at a 2nd and 10. You're playing Canadian football now.
Wilson throws for Mazenko, and I believe he got it. He was knocked out of bounds by Gabe Saraceno at about the 35. Let's see what Harry Kasky calls here.
S.J. Kowalski replay. Good throw by Wilson. Excellent catch by Mazenko. Sets up the first down.
Great shot by our production crew as well for the S.J. Kowalski replay. And that pass play to Mazenko was good enough for a Grand Central first down. We approach 5:29 remaining in the half. Cougars with 2 timeouts remaining. Wolfpack all 3. And Mazenko leaned forward and was brought down by Sinkavage after a short gain.
Logan Sinkavage playing a nice game. And you see him right there. Fends off the block, makes the tackle. That's what you're looking for from a linebacker. He's able to get off the block, doesn't stay engaged, and can make a tackle.
Officials gave Mazenko 2 on the carry. He's now got 15 carries for 78 yards here in this opening half. And now an empty backfield for Wilson. Is going in motion is Gonzalez. They fake to him. Wilson keeps. Wilson bullying his way out across the 45. He's got a Grand Central first down.
And I'll tell you what, Calcano that time with a nice block up front. S.J. Kowalski replay again. There's Calcano's block.
And we also got to see on that S.J. Kowalski replay the right side of the line pulling and Tommy King and Jeremy Ackerman.
They were leading up the field.
So the Cougars get it out to the 47. 1st and 10, approaching 4 minutes remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. They're going to sling it out to Mazenko. Pulls over one tackler. Gets a hard-earned 2 yards to the 49.
I'll tell you what, Wilkes-Barre area, Gene Ardo stepped up and met Mazenko. He picked up a couple yards, but the collision was noteworthy.
Certainly makes me glad to be up here with you, Coach.
Makes me glad to be up here.
3 receivers to the top of your screen. And are we going to get another timeout?
I see a flag on the field, and we got some kind of movement. It was called by the umpire, which means an interior lineman. Normally means an interior lineman.
So that'll move it back and make it a 2nd and 14 for the Cougars. They're looking for the screen a little low for Mazenko, and it'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if it was low or Wilson recognized a lot of people there, some of them defenders, and decided to just go ahead and get rid of the ball. So we'll look at a 3rd down here. That might have been a more of a heady play than we think by Wilson.
And almost in this situation, this has the smell of maybe a draw. Bad snap. Wilson picks it up, eludes a couple of tacklers, but Sienkiewicz comes up, drops him for a loss.
Logan Sienkiewicz all over the field. Looked like Wilson was going to make some good yardage off of that fumble, but Sienkiewicz, he's a junior, does a great job of tracking Wilson down, forcing the 4th down.
And this is going to take a bounce on Underwood and be down at the 28 of the Wolfpack. They'll have 2:13 on the clock and all 3 timeouts. And, Joe, we weren't on the air last week, but I know we both wanted to mention and send out best wishes to Berwick head football coach Mike Bennett. Had to leave the team due to some health reasons, and that's all we know at this point. And we're hoping that Coach Bennett can make it back to the sidelines. I know talking to Coach Bookman, he said he reached out to both Coach Orlando and Coach Bennett, and he said that come week 10 he hopes to see Coach Bennett on the sidelines for Berwick, but we definitely wanted to send out our well wishes to him.
I second that, Marty.
Although I still say I'm not sure a half hour is enough time for the Coach Orlando show. First and 10, Howe rolls right, and he'll just throw it out of bounds as he didn't have much there.
Ball's on the right hash. Howe went to his right, which narrows the field, obviously. Didn't have much. Looked like he just wanted to throw it away, but almost had a Hazleton defender grab it. So we're looking at 2nd down, 2:08. As you mentioned, Marty, the Wolfpack with all 3 timeouts.
Now the play clock is down to 10 as Howe keeps checking on the Wilkes-Barre area sideline. Down to 5. gets it off. Now he's under pressure, rolls left, throws downfield, and just out of the reach of Gambitsky. He had two Cougars around him in Gonzalez and Peralta, but Howe just missed the connection as the pressure of Hazleton area forced him left.
Shows you the strength of Howe's arm going left and makes a nice throw. Made it through to about 30, 35 yards. Gambitsky just couldn't get to it. So with 2 minutes left, as you see on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, let's see what the Wolves do on a 3rd down and 10 situation. Can't afford to make a big mistake here, Marty. They're down by 1.
Howe will go under center. Play clock to 3. Down to 1, and I think Ciro Cinti's going to have to take a timeout. Trailing 8-7. And we will keep it here. We want to remind you that the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week brings us right back here to Harmon Guy Stadium as the Cougars will play host to West Scranton. We'll be on the air next Friday night at 7 o'clock. And just as I was about to mention, these very same Wolfpack, we'll see them again in 2 weeks as we got our first look at the Crestwood Comets. That'll be coming up at the end of September. And then the Cougars follow the Wolfpack into Crestwood at Mountaintop on October 6th. And there you see the rest of our schedule of the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week on WILN.
Coach Cinti had 3 timeouts. I know normally he would not want to waste the timeout, but he had to take it there. They were down to 1 or 2 seconds on the play clock.
And they're looking for Underwood in space. And Van Gilst will push him out of bounds. It's going to depend on the spot, and he looks short by about 2 yards.
Not even, Marty. I think maybe even a yard and a half. But with 1:52 left, let's see what Coach Cinti decides to do. He has 2 more timeouts.
Some confusion looking at Hazleton area defensively. 4th and 1.
Hard count.
Still plenty of time on the play clock. Game clock stopped at 1:52 when Underwood went out of bounds. They're going to go for it. It's Shiner. And Shiner looks like he had enough forward push. Gets out near the 40. That's a Grand Central. Wolfpack first down.
I'll tell you, Howie Shiner, right side. Not a lot there, but he makes his own 2 yards. Clock running after that Grand Central first down.
And before the snap, Hazleton area took a timeout. They'll be left with 1. Wolfpack have 2 timeouts remaining, we believe. And I believe we're keeping it here as...
I think that's a good timeout by the Hazleton coaching staff. You don't want Howe to get one up in the air. They have some speed at wide receiver. Gambitsky can catch the ball. So you don't want to make a critical mistake in the secondary. Make sure you have all your I's dotted and T's crossed.
And we had some issues last week. We weren't able to bring you the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week from Monoy City last week due to some technical issues with one of our production trucks. And we wanted to send out a big thank you to Northern Keystone Towing and Recovery in Frackville, and also Craig's Tire and Auto Service Center, not far from Harmon Guy Stadium, here in Hazleton. Thank you to both of those organizations to get us back on the road, literally and figuratively. So thank you very much. Play action. Howe rolls right. Throws, got Shiner. He's got a first down and more. Pulling his way near the 40. He's got a Grand Central first down. I believe they said he went out of bounds. Stopping the clock at 1:08.
S.J. Kowalski replay. He has much too long to be able to read this. Shiner sneaks into the flat and then picks up good yardage on his own. First down.
Now 4 seconds happen to go off the clock. Now it's at 1:04 from the 41. Trailing 8-7 are the Wolfpack. Howe slings it out to the sideline. And they'll say Gambitsky got a foot down and got out of bounds to stop the clock. At just under a minute, 59.9 remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard.
Howe with a good short pass. Gambitsky with a nice catch right at the sideline.
Howe again rolls right. Dumps it off to Underwood. May have even lost the yard as Hazleton area pushed him out of bounds.
Well, Marty, you're sprinting into the short side. You're on the right hash. Underwood's moving full speed. He dumped it off before the line of scrimmage. So you're right. Underwood probably lost a yard on that pass play.
And a nice play defensively by Hunter Johnson for Hazleton area. So the clock again stops, this time at 55.4 seconds. As the Wolfpack lost 4.5 seconds on that play.
I would think they're in 4-down territory. Let's see what the call is here.
Play clock to 3. And that's a lateral to Underwood. Didn't find anything to the left. He's going to cut it back right. And the Cougars string him out again and force him out of bounds. 45.7 remains in the half. 4th down coming up for the Wolfpack.
Good pursuit by that Hazleton defense. Again, the pass was behind Howe, so it was a lateral, as you mentioned.
And as it looked like he wanted to come left, Youngcourt cut him off and forced him back to the far sideline. Wolfpack timeout. They'll be left with 1 remaining, trailing 8-7. And we'll keep it here.
Marty, one of the things with that pass, Howe made the throw very quickly. Didn't really open the field up. Threw it tight to the line of scrimmage. Ball carrier Underwood had nowhere to go, so he had to go in the opposite direction. And the Cougars did a good job on pursuit. Wilkes-Barre area has 1 timeout left, Marty. The big item here is pick up the first down so that you have a shot or two at the end zone. Let's see if they're able to do that.
They got to convert here at 4th and 3, as Coach mentioned. Howe's pass to the sideline, caught by Underwood, and he'll step out of bounds inside the 25. It's a Grand Central first down, and it stops the clock at 40.5.
And if you're a defensive back, you have to know where that first down marker is, which means you have to crowd the receiver a little bit. You can't let him have free reign off the line of scrimmage, which happened there.
The phrase down and distance, Coach, right down the middle and incomplete. Had Gambitsky and just out of his reach.
Howe made a decent throw there. Thought maybe Gambitsky would have a chance at it. Just off his fingertips, 35.8. Second down for Wilkes-Barre area.
Howe straight back. Now he rolls right. Looking, throws, and incomplete. Believe it wasn't going to be caught by Davis. It wasn't going to be caught by anybody. Wolfpack lived to fight another day, 3rd and 10.
Howe pulled up right at the line of scrimmage as he sprinted to his right again. So we're looking at, as you mentioned, Marty, 3rd down. Wide field left. The Cougars seem hesitant to go left, and I'm guessing that's because Howe is right-handed.
Howe looking. Now he rolls right. Again being pressured. Throws it up and out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. And the game clock down to 19.3 seconds remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard.
4th down, Marty.
And with this 4th down, Hazleton area takes their final timeout. Scoreboard here says that the Wolfpack are out of timeouts. I believe they still have one remaining. But I've been wrong before this evening, so...
Marty, one of the things here, well, there are a couple. Number one, 19.3 seconds. The middle of the field is a possibility, but the Wolfpack would have to, if they picked up the first down, didn't score a touchdown, they'd have to get to the line of scrimmage and spike the ball because, as you had mentioned, we're not quite sure how many timeouts the Wolfpack have. So, the sideline to the right, the defender has to know where the first down marker is. As the Wolfpack come out with trips left, wide field.
And they're going to pitch it to Underwood. Underwood has some room and he's knocked out of bounds. Did he get enough?
Not sure he did, Marty.
I don't think he did. He may be a couple yards shy. S.J. Kowalski replay. And that was Gonzalez that saved the first down by pushing him out of bounds after a gain of 8 to the 16. Cougars will take over and appear to be taking an 8-7 lead into the locker room at halftime.
Nice job defensively by Hazleton. The Cougars making the stop on 4th and 10. Not sure you want to get real adventurous here.
And I'll tell you what, big tackle there by Gonzalez that held the Wolfpack on downs right before halftime. And Wilson will take a knee. Clock winds down. We are through a half. Mike Sosar is attempting to get Hazleton area head coach Dennis Bookman. Will keep it here. At the half, his Cougars lead at 8-7. Trying to get Mike set up with his cameraman and Coach Bookman. Looks like we are just about set. Let's head down to the field. Mike Sosar with Hazleton area head coach Dennis Bookman.
Thanks, Marty. Coach, 4 possessions each team. At this point, you're 1 point better.
I mean, we when we're on offense, we have things. I mean, we have a couple overthrows on guys wide open. We'll clean things up in in the second half here, get inside right now at halftime, and have to be better in the second half. We're leaving too many points on the board. Defense is playing well overall right now, but ultimately offensively we're leaving too many points on the board because of self-inflicted mistakes.
All right, we're going to take it back upstairs. Best of luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Marty.
Thank you, Mike. And Hazleton area head coach Dennis Bookman leading at the half 8-7, but definitely wants to correct some things in the halftime locker room. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week here on WILN. We're going to take a break, get a look at the Wilkes-Barre area high school marching band when we come back. Cougars lead the Wolfpack 8-7. You're watching live high school football on WILN.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier. For over 50 years, providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton, home of the Cougars, leading the Wolfpack at the half 8-7. This is the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. Week number 4 in the high school football season. I'm Marty Burns, joined by the coach Joe DeMelfi. Mike Sosar on the sidelines, Jim Burns on the stats. And they look like they're just about ready. Let's head down field level and hear from the Wilkes-Barre area high school marching band. That has been the Wilkes-Barre area high school marching band with their halftime performance. At the half, Cougars lead at 8-7. We'll be getting a look at Jim Burns' halftime stats coming up next.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
2 Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. Week number 4 in high school football. And at the half, the Cougars of Hazleton area leading the Wolf Pack of Wilkes-Barre area by a score of 8-7. And Joe, we are just moments away from getting a look at the halftime stats. As always, compiled by our very own Mr. Jim Burns.
Close game, Marty. Hazleton area coming up with that 2-point conversion. As we look at the Wolfpack with 8 first downs, 75 yards rushing, 105 yards passing, no turnovers. Cougars 10 first downs, 82 yards rushing, 59 yards passing, no turnovers. Pretty even game. Both defenses doing a nice job. Hazleton with a big stop on 4th and 10 at the end of the second quarter. So really the rushing yardage almost even, passing yardage Wolfpack a little more because of a long pass to Genbetsky.
And that has been the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute halftime stats, compiled by our very own Jim Burns. And we are moments away from getting a look at some of those first half highlights.
One of the things, Wilkes-Barre area, and I'm looking at Mr. Burns, the OC. They threw the ball the first half. We talked about them throwing it 30-some at Wallenpaupack. How many times did they throw it in the first half?
How about 15?
15. So we're looking at them possibly throwing the ball 30, 31 times again, which is unusual as you look at the big play.
Screen pass in the opening half from Wilson to Peralta. Getting some big, heavy running from Mazenko. And Wilson on 4th down just couldn't connect with Gonzalez. That could have been the first score of the night. Remained scoreless until Howe to Kembitsky, 53 yards out. 3 plays, 78 yards, put the Wolfpack in front 7-0. But again, back to the ground game, and Mazenko picking up a big first down. On the shovel pass, this is Diaz getting a Cougar first down into Wolfpack territory. And then in the second quarter, Mazenko again, strong running to the 25. And this time Van Gilst on what was a controversial play, originally called a fumble out of the end zone that would have been a touchback, but the officials gathered and said down by contact, and then the Cougars got a penalty, half the distance. Wilson on going forward for 2, got in to make it 8-7, and here, one more big run by Brady Mazenko in that opening half. Here another look at Wilson, this time Mazenko in the passing game for a big first down for the Cougars. But the Wolfpack, before the end of the half, get it to Shiner, who got a big first down run. And that ends our highlights. What we didn't get to see was almost a hook and lateral to Underwood. Gonzalez knocked him out of bounds 2 yards shy of the first, right before the half on 4th down. Cougars lead at 8-7. Take another break and be back with third quarter action. Cougars up 1.
Hey. So guys, if you're in the market for a car next time, come to Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton. They say that individuals win trophies, but teams win championships. Experience the great team we have here at Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton Buick GMC.
Even if you fumbled your credit, we got a plan for you.
And remember this, at Blaze Alexander, we have the lowest price guaranteed.
Or we'll give you $1,000.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier. For over 50 years, providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
At Harry's You Pull It, you get more. More money when junking your vehicle. The process is fast and we pay top dollar. More satisfaction knowing our state-of-the-art equipment fully recycles 100% of your vehicle. More savings. Find all the parts you need without paying full prices. For all things automotive, you get more at Harry's You Pull It. Visit WeGotUsed.com to learn more.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. And next week, the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week will bring us right back here to Harmon Guy Stadium. This time the Cougars will be welcoming the Invaders of West Scranton. We'll be on the air next Friday night at 7 for the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week, West Scranton and Hazleton area. But before the Cougars worry about that, Coach, they got another half of football with the Wolfpack. Some individual stats: Howe passing 8 of 15 for 105 yards and a touchdown. Shiner running the ball, 4 carries, 50 yards. Underwood, 5 for 27. Gambitsky has 3 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown for the Wolfpack. Hazleton area, Austin Wilson, 8 of 10 passing, 59 yards, and a score. Brady Mazenko, 15 carries, 78 yards. Peralta, 2 catches, 19 yards. Van Gils, 2 for 15, and the Cougar touchdown. Cougars have run 4 more plays than Wilkes-Barre area, 29-25, but the time of possession Big advantage for the Cougars, 16-29 to only 7-31 for the Wolfpack. And Jim Burns wants to give the punters some love. Both Ardo and Coleman 2 punts apiece. Ardo an average of 32 yards, Coleman 36.5 for the Cougars. So before we get started, we would like to remind you that high school football on WYLN is brought to you by Damon's Grill, and they're proud to support all the area sports teams. Visit Damon's Grill in Hazleton for fantastic food and great times. Damon's Grill is famous for their ribs, burgers, salads, and more. There is something on the menu for everyone. Damon's Grill is open daily at 11 a.m. for appetizers, lunch, and dinner with 4 big screen projectors and 30 flat panel TVs. There's no better place to watch all the games than Damon's Grill. Damon's Grill can also cater all your at-home or corporate events too. Kurtz on to kick it away. Cougars in the red going from right to left on your screen. End over end kick. That's going to be dropped at about the 25 and a big hit on special teams by Karlik.
Great coverage by the kickoff cover team. Really no return at all. Wolfpack will start their series first down at their own 25.
And here come the Wolfpack, as I mentioned in the white, going from left to right on your screen, have the ball at their own 25, first and 10. And on first down, this is going to be Shiner bullying his way for a gain of 6.
Left side, good yardage on first down. You can pick up, we talk about this all the time, Marty. You can pick up 5 or 6 yards on first down. That puts a dent in that 10-yard first down that you have to reach. I formation.
And Shiner, back-to-back carries, gets him a Grand Central first down.
I formation, left side, really just a power play, kick out by the fullback. There you see it. Grand Central first down for the Wolfpack.
Opening minute of the third quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Wolfpack down 1-8-7. Play action. Howe rolling right, being pressured, throws back across, and it's picked off. Gonzalez brought down at the Wolfpack 26. First turnover of the night is a big one. Cougars have it at the Wolfpack 26, first and 10.
Carlos Gonzalez, great job in the secondary. Howe taking his time as he gets to the corner. I thought he was going to tuck it and go upfield. Took a chance, threw it to the middle of the field almost. Gonzalez heads up, interception. So the Wolfpack came out, ran the ball pretty effectively, went to some type of play action with Howe trying to get to the corner, which he did, but he made the bad throw.
This is Mazenko trying to get to the outside, and he'll get about 5 to the 22.
Mazenko got to the outside after about 4 steps. You could see it from our angle up here, Marty. He was able to go downhill, didn't have to go to the sideline. Picks up good yardage.
Cougars looking to capitalize on the first turnover of the night. An interception by Carlos Gonzalez. He's had the last 2 big defensive plays for the Cougars. Mazenko is brought down at about the 15. He'll have a Grand Central first down.
Tackle by Goodwin, defensive back. Mazenko was up the field again. That offensive line from the Cougars impressive tonight. They're moving people off the ball. When they move that defensive front, they get in the way of the linebackers. That's why Goodwin, who's a defensive back, has to make the tackle. Everybody up front is tied up.
So with a 1st and 10 at the 14, the Cougars in the FNL Doors red zone. Play action. Wilson dumps it off Peralta, and Peralta's going to be brought down at about the 6.
Nice catch by Peralta, but I'll tell you what, you could tell Wilson's growing into the position. This is a great throw by a quarterback who's under pressure.
And I'll tell you what, Joe, if Ardo didn't make that tackle, Peralta, I think, may have had a chance to get in the end zone.
Very, very good play by the quarterback. Nice throw and a good catch on the other end by Peralta.
2nd and 3. Peralta in motion to the top of your screen. And Mazenko's going to follow him. Mazenko got hit hard. Big hit there from the Wolfpack. Sienkiewicz again, another big play defensively for the Wolfpack.
I'll tell you what, on the S.J. Kowalski replay now, Mazenko's going to get tied up right there. But Sienkiewicz, we keep talking about him. Logan's Sienkiewicz comes hard and makes that hit right at the 5-yard line.
But Mazenko will take the big hit for the Grand Central first down. 1st and goal just inside the 5. Cougars up 1. Looking to capitalize on the interception by Gonzalez. Wilson rolls left, looking to keep. Cuts it back, but the Wolfpack, they were not fooled. They strung him out nicely, and a flag is down as well. I believe that might have been Ardo, Joe, the first one.
Great job here. Right there by trying to turn the quarterback in, but what he did was slow him down. Let's see what the call might be.
And he may have forced a holding call against the Cougars as well. I believe that was Ardo, Joe.
One of the things is when you try to go to the corner, Marty, the longer it takes, your people up front are trying to hold blocks, as Harry Caskey block in the back is the signal. So the Cougars give up some ground on that penalty.
So to make it 1st and goal from the 14. Trips to the top of your screen. Mazenko also to Wilson's right currently.
Goes to his left now, Marty.
Wilson looks for Mateo. Caught. Hit immediately. Great play defensively by Gimbitsky.
I'll tell you what, Gimbitsky, both sides of the ball. S.J. Kowalski replay. Good throw, but Gimbitsky, now there's that defensive back didn't give any room at all to the receiver. That's how you have to play it when it's either a first down situation or a touchdown situation. Gimbitsky wasn't going to allow the receiver a lot of room.
Over 5 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter. Cougars have 2nd and goal from the Wolfpack 9. Trying to capitalize on the Gonzalez interception, the first turnover of the night. Close-up look of Wilson. Giving it to Mazenko. Didn't find a lot of room in the middle. Couple of yards maybe. And Joe, you're pointing out DJ Battle, the senior for the Wolfpack.
I'll tell you what, DJ Battle, from his defensive end position, closed hard, made the tackle, forcing the 3rd down.
We talked about it opening night. This may not be 4-down territory, as Coach Bookman has a lot of confidence in Levi Kurtz in the kicking game. 3rd and goal from the 7. Play action. Wilson being pressured from behind. Throws across the middle and overthrows Peralta in the end zone. Incomplete.
Tough to make that throw. Going hard to your right. Wilson had to turn his shoulders, couldn't get his body turned. Watch it as he was being rushed on the backside. Got the ball up a little bit.
And Coach Bookman does not want a non-scoring possession after the turnover. So Kurtz is going to come on and attempt a 24-yard field goal. Van Gilst on the hold. Bad snap. Kurtz timing off. Kick is up and no good. So the Wolfpack hang on defensively. Will keep it here as they're going to switch possessions. Field goal no good. And the Wolfpack come up big defensively.
Snap was low, mishandled. Ball was down late. Quick pressure from the right side. Couldn't get it off. When he did get it off, just a little bit too high, and it was short. So the Wolfpack come up big on defense. Let's see if they go back to that running game, Marty.
7 plays and 5 minutes off the clock, but the Cougars come up empty. Again, what Coach Bookman mentioned at halftime, leaving points on the field. Remains 8-7 Cougars.
Wolfpack out of the eye.
This is Underwood. And Underwood gets out to about the 25 for a gain of 5. Bottlenecks on Broad Street in West Hazleton has been serving the area for over 20 years. Known for their award-winning chicken wings, gourmet burgers, sandwiches, homemade soups, fresh chopped salads, barbecue, and desserts, Bottlenecks is family-friendly and great for large groups. Visit them online for takeout or delivery or stop by Tuesday through Sunday to find out why everyone loves Bottlenecks. 2nd and 5 for the Wolfpack, down 8-7. And Underwood gets out across the 30, and he's got a Grand Central first down.
A lot of people at the point of attack. Everybody's standing. Underwood's able to take the ball up the field. First down.
Wolfpack rush to the line. Trying to catch the Cougars, making a substitution. And breaking to the outside and getting another first down is Shiner. And it is a Grand Central first down. Looks like it'll be marked at the 46.
This was isolation play. Shiner just finds his way, stays on his feet. A lot of people right there. Shiner, a hard runner on the S.J. Kowalski replay. We see Shiner pick up the Grand Central first down.
Corrado's Tire and Service Center, located at 798 Grand Street in Hazleton, is proudly celebrating their first year in business. Corrado's Tire and Service Center specializes in brake work, alignments, state inspections, and quality tires at great prices. Corrado's Tire and Service Center hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, Saturday, 7:30 to 2, and closed on Sundays. Call Corrado's Tire and Service Center at 570-599-1842. Corrado's Tire and Service Center, making car care easy. Stop by Sally Purcell's Country Inn at 891 West County Road in Sugarloaf. Sally Purcell's is open Tuesday to Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. serving lunch and dinner specials. Join us Wednesday for Wing Night, Friday and Saturday for prime rib and other weekend specials. Sally Purcell's also has dining on our outdoor patio. Good luck to the Hazleton area Cougars from Sally Purcell's Country Inn.
Injured player up and on his feet, coming off pretty much under his own power.
And that's one of the tough things that, sometimes you deal with. Mazenko works so hard offensively, and then you have him play some defense and comes up injured. Hopefully it's nothing serious as he does walk off under his own power. But the Wolfpack, finding something in the running game, have picked up a couple first downs here in the third quarter on the ground. They now have 1st and 10 from their own 44.
As you mentioned, Marty, effective on the ground. Let's see what Howe and Coach Cinti has come up with. A little bit of a counter.
And it's Underwood. Underwood is going to be pushed out of bounds by Navarre, but not before he picks up another Wolfpack Grand Central first down.
I'll tell you what, Underwood finds a little room here. You have to wrap your arms when you're going to tackle him. He has all kind of moves. And as you mentioned, picked up that first down.
Howe will go under center out of the eye. Underwood trying to bounce it out. This time the Cougar defense reads it well, brings him down maybe for no gain. I believe that was Coleman who led the charge defensively for the Cougars.
Xander Coleman, and one of the things that the Cougar front did there defensively, they made Underwood try to bounce it outside. That was a straight-ahead play. As I said, looked pretty much like an isolation play. And then once he bounced it outside, Coleman comes up with a nice tackle.
2nd and 10 from the Cougar 44. Wolfpack down 1, under 4 minutes remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership third quarter scoreboard. It's Shiner. Shiner with a big head of steam. Brought down by Gonzalez, but not before another Grand Central first down.
Shiner going to the right side here. There you see it. A lot of people standing up. Shiner, once he gets 2 steps beyond the line of scrimmage, has a lot of room.
Shiner again. Shiner to the sideline, knocked out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot. Very close to another first down.
Wilkes-Barre area's left side of that offensive line did a nice job of caving it in. Shiner was downhill right now, and he picked up almost 8 yards on that first down. So the running game, we mentioned at Wilkes-Barre area, taking advantage of it, moving that football.
It almost seems like Ciro Cinti went into that locker room, and even though they threw the interception here in the third quarter, we're going to go back to some old school Ciro Cinti football. We're going to put it on the line. We're going to run the football as the Cougars drop Shiner for no gain.
That time,
I believe that was Coleman again, Joe, that burst through.
Up the field that time, made the tackle. Now, one of the things you look at, we're moving the ball on the ground. It's 3rd and short. Again, are you in 4-down territory? I would say yes. Don't want to outthink yourself. Been getting the ball to Underwood. He's done a nice job on the corner. Shiner has run the ball well.
Full house backfield. Shiner, 10 carries, 100 yards. Here's his 11th. He's got a first down and more. Stiff arm down the sidelines. And he looks like he's out of bounds inside the 10. Good for another Grand Central first down.
What you have here is great kick out block. The back leads it up, and then Shiner through out of that full house backfield, which you don't see very often.
And we have another injured Cougar.
Looked like a cramp to me, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's the, what would you like to say, the illusion still of this time of year. You know, we talked about what a beautiful night for football, nice, cooler temperatures, but you just got out of a period of very humid air and intense heat that, you know, you still have to be hydrated, that the cramping may come back.
I think that's the big thing, Marty. Hydration is the big thing today. You have to continue to hydrate during the course of a game. So, Shiner with the big run. I think we're going to have a 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line.
You are correct. Brian Caelcano, the injured Cougar, leaving under his own power. It's 1st and goal at the 9. Wolfpack in the F&L Doors red zone, looking to recapture the lead, down 8-7. You see the time remaining in the third quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Here they come again, Joe. This looks like it's something out of the Lou Holtz playbook. Shiner straight up the middle.
Same thing off the right side, except this time, Marty, he took a little tighter. Went maybe over the guard, where last time he took it between the tackle and the end. So they got that. They have the running game going now. His defensive front needs to get some penetration.
And it's Shiner trying to bounce it outside, and the Cougars play it well. I believe that was Peralta that was the first one to get to Shiner. And quickly it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line.
Out of bounds, so the clock stopped, Marty.
And Jim Burns, how many plays have we had so far from Wilkes-Barre in this half? I believe only one of them has been a pass play, and that was the interception. Here's Shiner bouncing it back. Got stood up, and they're going to say down, shy of the goal line. Battle for the football. The official on the far sideline said he was down. 4th and goal, and it looks like inside the 1.
But I'll tell you what, Youngcourt, that time, Peter Youngcourt was up the field, didn't make the tackle, but he caused Shiner to veer a little bit outside, and that gave the defense time to get there. 4th and goal from the 1.
Wolfpack looking to regain the lead. Again, full house. Howe pushing. It's a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria. Wolfpack touchdown. They're back in front.
Straight ahead by Howe. Pushed by the offensive line. Didn't have to have much. The Wolfpack go up by 5. Let's see if they decide to go for 2 here, Marty.
And I believe looking at Jim Burns' play sheet, 17 plays run here in this 3rd quarter, 16 of them on the ground for the Wolfpack.
And the score, you just saw it on the S.J. Kowalski replay.
And as you mentioned, Joe, they want to make it a 7-point game. They'll go for 2. Howe rolling right. Pumps, throws, and it's picked off by Navarre. He is tackled, but a big situation, Joe. Howe is slow getting up. After being hit, the 2-point conversion, no good. Wolfpack back in front, 13-8.
Hey! So guys, if you're in the market for a car next time, come to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. They say that individuals win trophies, but teams win championships. Experience the great team we have here at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, Buick GMC.
Even if you fumbled your credit, we got a plan for you.
And remember this, at Blaze Alexander, we have the lowest price guaranteed.
Or we'll give you $1,000.
2 Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites. From pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guys Stadium, the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute game of the week. The Wolfpack grinding it out on the ground have regained the lead here in the 3rd quarter by a score of 13-8.
One of the things, Marty, on a 2-point play, usually if you're gonna sprint, Howe was real deep on that sprint, number 1. He had pressure, number 2. But usually what you want is a man a receiver right at the goal line, because if he can get the ball, he can always just go forward. But Howe had nothing, tried to make something, intercepted, so it's 13-8, Wolfpack. Howe, 1-yard run for the touchdown, pass failed, 13 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Shiner rushed for 8 times for 58 yards. Underwood 4 times for 21 yards in that drive.
Galeno end-over-end kick taken by Gonzalez at the 9. Again coming straight up the field. Now trying to come to the near sideline. Gonzalez tiptoes his way along the sidelines. We'll see where he went out of bounds, but another nice kickoff return for the Hazleton area Cougars.
Wilkes-Barre area, the ball was kicked pretty high. Their kickoff cover team very slow getting down. Gonzalez does a great job bringing the ball out. Returned it about 30 yards there.
And just as you mentioned for Hazleton area, there's a player down for Wilkes-Barre area, and just the way he's laying and has his legs situated, I am guessing, once again I'm no doctor, but it almost looks like a cramping situation for the other sideline now for the Wolfpack.
As I said, as he jumps up quickly.
And that was Davis.
Nigel Davis.
So while we have a moment, I want to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal this evening, as they have all season long here in WYLN Sports. I want to thank the Third Base Luncheonette, proud sponsor of Hazleton area, or for WYLN Sports for so many seasons. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Mazenko remains on the sideline as Johnson is now in the backfield with Wilson. Remember, Mazenko left with an injury, it appeared. Defensively, high snap, Wilson looking. Now he's looking to run. And he is going to be hauled down for no gain, making the tackle again in the open field defensively. What a game tonight by Logan Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, he can run. I'll tell you what, he covers a lot of ground. Looked like Wilson might have some room, but Sienkiewicz, there you see him step up and then makes the tackle after, in fact, it was for a 1-yard loss, it looks like, as the third quarter rapidly coming to a close. Cougars down by 5.
And they really don't have to run another play here in the third, and they may keep Wilson on the sideline. And let's get ready for fourth quarter football. Line it up and see who wins the quarter. We're through 3 at Harmon Guy Stadium. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. Wolfpack 13, Cougars 8. Fourth quarter action up next, live on WYLN.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium for the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week, start of the fourth quarter. Cougars trail it 13-8. They'll have a 2nd and 11 coming up from their own 39. Saw Brady Mazenko during the break come out of the Lehigh Valley Health Network medical tent with ice on his left leg. So at least for the time being, he's going to be on the Cougars sideline. It looks like Johnson is in the backfield behind Wilson on this 2nd and 11. Wilson to pass. Going downfield for Gonzalez, and he overshot him, incomplete. Goodwin was on the coverage for the Wolfpack.
Gonzalez running that route, middle of the field, just overthrown. Looking at 3rd down and 11.
Joe, we mentioned we're going to see Hazleton area next week at home against West Scranton, and then the Wolfpack in 2 weeks at Crestwood. Should mention that the Wolfpack return home next Friday night with a meeting against Bo Orlando's Berwick Bulldogs before they head to Crestwood. Play action. Wilson rolling right. Looking. Doesn't find anybody, and guess who pushed him out of bounds? The opposite 11, Sienkiewicz. Fourth down coming up.
I tell you what, he can find the ball carrier, and he has enough range to get there. Very, very busy linebacker. Runs people out of bounds, makes big hits in the middle of the field. Logan Sienkiewicz.
Levi Kurtz is out to punt it away for the Cougars. End-over-end kick that's going to take a big Cougar roll. Can they get to it before the end zone? They do! Great kick by Kurtz and a great play by special teams. Have the Wolfpack pinned at about their 2.
I don't have to say a word, Marty. He kicks this on a line drive, it needs to be caught right there at the maybe 23 or 24. No catch. It rolled 20 yards to the 1 or 2 yard line. Now, Hazleton's defense has to come up big. They cannot afford to allow the Wolfpack and their rushing game to take the game in hand here.
So out of the shadow of their own goalpost, here come the Wolfpack, 1st and 10. It's going to be Shiner, and he got a great running start to get out across the 5 to the 6 for a gain of 4. The Freedom Grill, located inside the Freeland VFW in Freeland, open Thursday through Monday from 4 to 8. Freedom Grill is home to the big tailgate food special, available every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during football season. 1 large antipasta, 2 dozen wings, and an 8-cut round of pizza for $35. Pre-order your tailgate food special by calling 570-636-0160. Find us on Facebook by searching VFW Post Freeland for the Freedom Grill.
Big play there defensively by that Hazleton defense. Taking Shiner down, forcing a 3rd down and about 6.
Big 3rd down here for the Cougars defensively. You want to try to get that field position switch after the big kick on special teams. Big stop here possibly for the Cougars.
Power I formation.
Howe keeps it himself. Howe is across the 10, and he looks to have a grand central. Wolfpack, 1st down.
Good ball handling by Howe. They had power I right. He reversed out, made a pass at Shiner like he was going to hand off. Picks up the 1st down.
And again, it's Shiner. And he is going to be brought down near the 20 for a gain of 6. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the nation's first cable company, Service Electric, celebrating 75 years.
Believe we're going to have a timeout or an injured player, Marty.
Jimmy's Quick Lunch, a Hazleton tradition. Jimmy's Quick Lunch has a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu. Jimmy's Quick Lunch has homemade daily food specials and desserts, and of course is home to the famous Jimmy Dog with everything. Try an old-fashioned vanilla Coke while you are there too. Jimmy's Quick Lunch is a proud supporter of all the area sports teams and proud to serve your family generation to generation. Jimmy's Quick Lunch, located at 123 East Broad Street, downtown Hazleton. Stop by Tyrone's Market at 819 Alter Street for all your tailgate party needs. Whether it's Penn State tomorrow, the Giants on Sunday or next Thursday night, or the Cougars back at home next Friday. Steaks, chicken, pork, ribs, burgers, and dogs, stuffed peppers, and cold salads. Serving the Hazleton area for over 80 years. Tyrone's Market says, go Cougars! Tyrone's Market, 819 Alter Street in Hazleton. Injured Cougars still down on the field. Almost looks like possibly another cramping situation, Joe. It looked like they were working on the young man's legs, and I believe that's Johnson. He looked like he was limping a little bit after the previous play, and then this run by Shiner had Johnson stay on the ground, and he is on his own power, but he is definitely limping his way off.
The Wolfpack using that running game, Marty, using the clock as well as moving the chains. One of the things we talked about after the punt down to the 2-yard line by the Cougars is you can't allow the Wolfpack to use the clock and move the ball. And they've done that effectively here with 9:54 left, the fourth quarter.
And again, it's Shiner. He found room to that right side, and he's got another grand central. Wolfpack first down.
If you're a defensive player, one thing you cannot allow in this S.J. Kowalski replay is make the tackle. You cannot allow Shiner to run out of a tackle, which he did just about the line of scrimmage.
"22 plays unofficially on my count, Joe. This is the 23rd in this second half. 22 of them on the ground.
I know you like continuity. One of the things here I'm looking at is the clock, or the play clock. Wilkes-Barre area needs to go to a huddle. Use as much of that play clock as you can before you snap the ball, as they're looking at a 2nd and maybe 4.
And it's Shiner again. First down and more. Out of bounds at the far sideline. It's a Grand Central first down.
There you see it. Good, great block there. I'll tell you what. Number 78, Gio Gonzalez, senior, did a great job on that right side, just running that defensive player off the ball.
And now they're going to go to Underwood. And there you see the speed. Underwood into the open field. He's inside the 10. He's going to go for a 2 attacking guys. Pizzeria. Wolfpack touchdown.
I'll tell you what, perfect compliment. Shiner will bang it at you. He could go the distance, but he'll pick up 4 or 5. Underwood makes 2 moves, takes him cut up the field, and he's long gone off the left side. We're going to watch the S.J. Kowalski replay. Another great block. And that allowed Underwood to have enough room just to outrun the defenders.
James Sanchez on for the point after.
I believe that was the left tackle, Marty. Didn't get a number, but their 2 tackles did very nice blocking, as the extra point is good.
8:38 left in the fourth. Wolfpack lead to 20-8.
Service Electric is the official telecommunications partner of Mohegan Sun Arena. Service Electric gives us the opportunity to provide in-house TV coverage of the live action that's going on right here at the facility. They also give us the opportunity to provide our fans with state-of-the-art wireless internet connectivity so that they can stay on social media, anything while they're enjoying their favorite events. Service Electric is an all-inclusive media partner for all your connection and communication needs.
Service Electric, your business connection.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Wilkes-Barre area has come out of the halftime locker room and they've decided they're going to play physical, tough, grinded out football, and they have rushed their way to a 20-8 lead here in the fourth.
And they did exactly what we said that Hazleton area couldn't let them do, is control the line of scrimmage. Their two tackles made great blocks on that drive. 20-8, Wolfpack up. Underwood, 58-yard run, left side. Sanchez with the kick. 8 plays, 98 yards, 4 minutes to 27 seconds. Shiner, 7 rushes, 33 yards. Underwood, 1 for 58.
And Galeno's kickoff, taken by Van Gilst at the 14. Van Gilst is going to be brought down at about the 30. Guess who? Sienkiewicz with another tackle, this time on special teams. But Joe, how about this Wolfpack rushing attack? Shiner, 20 carries, 153 yards. Underwood, 10 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown.
We talked about being physical, and on that drive, they really came up big physically.
And I think, and Jim Burns can confirm for me, I believe the Wolfpack have run 25 plays here in this second half, 24 of them on the ground.
As you said, Coach Cinti.
Going back to old ways.
Let's go back.
Full house backfield. Offensive line, we're going to put it on you guys, and so far, for a quarter and about a fourth, the Wolfpack have done a nice job, and now the Cougars are going to go no huddle after the carry by Ashton Carlick. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Sorry, Joe.
Max Greger, nice stop for the Wolfpack on the last play.
If you're wondering, both teams still with 3 timeouts here in the second half. Cougars trail 20-8. Wilson looking left, being pressured, and he got away from one. I thought he was going to be sacked, and looks like he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so no sack, but definite pressure from the Wolfpack.
Wilson had pressure.
That was James Griskevich that got the initial pressure on Wilson.
Wilson does a nice job of escaping that pressure just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Forced 3rd down and about 9.
Wilson looks right, gets pressure, got rid of it. Gonzalez adjusts to it, and he's out of bounds at the 40 of the Wolfpack. Good for Grand Central, first down. Great pass by Wilson with a hand in his face.
I'll tell you what, it was a great pass, but and on the S.J. Kowalski replay, Gonzalez does a great job as a receiver, finding the ball, turning his body. The defensive back went by him. Gonzalez came back and made a great catch.
How about an underrated play by Gonzalez? He realizes you need 2 scores. Get what you can, get out of bounds, stop that clock at 6:58.
6:58 left in the ball game. 3 timeouts left by both teams.
Wilson to Carlick. That may be a lateral. I believe a whistle blew.
I think from our viewpoint, Marty, he was just in front of Wilson. So it's an incompletion. But second down. Here you see it.
It's right in front of me. I'm looking right down the line.
I don't know if Wilson saw somebody upfield or just threw a bad pass there. Couldn't tell.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 6:55 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership fourth quarter scoreboard.
They have to take advantage here because not a lot of time. We're about midway fourth quarter.
High snap. Wilson looks. Downfield for Van Gilst and out of bounds, incomplete. Battle applied the pressure on Wilson.
Pressure plus good coverage by that secondary for Wilkes-Barre area. Tell you what, their linebackers, Ardo, Sinkavage.
And don't forget when he's in there, Shiner.
And Gregor have played well along with Shiner.
Wilson gets it to Moran. Moran trying to break a tackle. He gets down inside the 30. It'll be a Grand Central first down. I don't think he got out of bounds, but they stopped the clock to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, though, Marty. Good throw. Nice route to pick up the first down. Good throw by Wilson. And Moran had enough sense to get the first down.
But the clock does run. 6.5 minutes remaining. Cougars down 2 scores, 20-8. Wilson looks left. Now across the middle for Van Gilst. It's intercepted. Going down the far sideline for the Wolfpack. A flag is down. Trayvon Gambitsky is out of bounds. A flag back at the Wolfpack 40. This is on the return.
Greskevich, what he did was, they're going to call necessary roughness. He went after Wilson after the interception. Not a good throw, middle of the field. 2 defenders right there. So the interception's going to be fine, but they're going to move the Wolfpack back. The problem, Marty, is 6 minutes left. The ground game has been effective for the Wolfpack. Here you see Wilson. There you see the pressure. Great interception, as I said, middle of the field, and there's the penalty.
So that return, nullified by the penalty on the return, brings it back to the 24 of Wilkes-Barre area, but 6:02 remaining, up 12.
Gambitsky playing center field. Marty, just ball was thrown up trying to make a play. You can't fault Wilson for trying to make a play. You can fault him. He had a little pressure, but he needs to know where the secondary is. If you're going to make that throw, make it under the secondary, not deep.
Shiner breaks a couple of tackles as he gets out across the 30 to the 31. And that's the thing that what the Wolfpack have done in this second half. Not only are they controlling things on the ground, they're getting it by big chunks. A gain of 7 here on first down.
You know what? Shiner's the kind of back where you give it to him 25, 30 times. He's probably as strong 26 time as he was the 4th or 5th time. And if you don't wrap your arms on a back like that, he's gonna pick up good yardage, which he has done tonight.
And then to change the pace and have Underwood in there almost like a thunder and lightning duo, Joe.
Exactly.
Now Howe is definitely taking time off the play clock. Shiner again to the right side. Got the first down and more. Down the sideline, knocked out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but not before the Wolfpack get another Grand Central first down.
Yeah, what defensively now, people will say, what can you do? He's S.J. Kowalski replay. Again, the corner tackles, the offensive line doing a nice job on that right side. First down for Wilkes-Barre area. There are a couple things. Number one, Marty, you have to get some penetration up the field by your defensive front. If they're standing, and as we talked about physical, Wilkes-Barre area being physical, they'll just push you off the ball. You have to get a little lower. The second thing, start looking for that football. Tackle the football. Try to cause a turnover.
Shiner has another first down into Cougar territory before he's knocked out of bounds. We'll see where that official mark is. Another gain of 15. Joe, in this half alone, Shiner 19 carries, 139 yards.
Impressive.
And I think when we saw him last year against Berwick, he was that other complement, and he ran hard against the Bulldogs, I remember.
He ran very hard. I remember that game. So, you got to play defense here. You have to stiffen up and play defense.
And you better be ready because they've made the substitution. It's Underwood now as the tailback.
Yeah, they're running out of that I formation.
And here he goes again. Underwood spun down at about the 24, but not before another Grand Central first down. Sam Heller on the tackle for Hazleton area.
Good tackle by Heller, but we're coming back here.
Harry Caskey with a hold. So 4:48 remains. And after a couple of tough home losses for Ciro Cinti's Wolfpack to Scranton and Abington Heights, they got a come-from-behind victory on the road last week at Wallenpaupack. They appear to be on their way to another come-from-behind second-half victory here tonight. All that's left is 4:47 and counting before they go to 2-2 and get Berwick at home next week.
I'll tell you what, they're impressive. They have a nice running game. They have a Shiner who'll bang it at you and can pick up yardage. Underwood with some speed.
Underwood staying on his feet, and Heller brings him down as he gets back into Cougar territory.
If your defense, that's what you need to do, Marty. Keep Underwood inside so the backside can get there. If the backside doesn't get there, he's quick enough to get it up the field. That time, the Hazleton defense did what they needed to do.
And if you're Dennis Bookman, your team shows flashes again tonight. Big thing is the injury situation. See how that plays out during the week before West Scranton comes in here next Friday. But as he said, and he's going to keep preaching it, the unforced errors are what's costing this Hazleton area team. Shiner back in. And he is going to be brought down by Peralta inside the 45 to the 42.
They're going to have third and about 12, but Wilkes-Barre area accomplishing what they want to do, use the clock.
Hazleton area timeout, trailing 20-8.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
At Harry's You Pull It, you get more. More money when junking your vehicle. The process is fast and we pay top dollar. More satisfaction knowing our state-of-the-art equipment fully recycles 100% of your vehicle. More savings. Find all the parts you need without paying full prices. For all things automotive, you get more at Harry's You Pull It. Visit WeGotUsed.com to learn more.
After the Cougar timeout, 3:21 remaining here in the fourth. Jim Burns hands us, how about the Wolfpack in this second half? 27 carries, 221 yards, and 2 touchdowns to go from down 1 to up 20-8.
Played very well. They did what they needed to do here in the second half.
Shiner pulling his way near the 35. Hazleton will take their second timeout, down 20-8.
Hi everybody, my name is Brandon. I'm the sales manager here at Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton Mazda. We have a huge selection of new Mazdas in stock today, ready for immediate delivery.
Right now, get financing as low as 2.9% on 2023 Mazda CX-30s and CX-50s. And the amazing all-new 7-passenger 2024 Mazda CX-90. Every Mazda tested has earned the 2023 IIHS Top Safety Pick Award.
Come on in today and check out the new vehicles here at Blaze Alexander Mazda of Greater Hazleton.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Cougars left with 1 timeout remaining as the Wolfpack will have a 4th down and 5 from the Cougar 35, leading it 20-8 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. 3:13 remaining.
I don't think it needs to be said, but I'll say it, Marty. They need a big stop here to get the ball. They being the Cougars.
How? Play action! He's inside the 30, sliding down near the 20. What a call on 4th down and a Grand Central. First down for the Wolfpack that may put this one away.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marty. If you run the ball effectively, it sets up so many things off the play action. I mean, Howe made the fake, came out, had plenty of room. As clock running, we're going to be 2:40 very shortly. Pretty much seals the ball game.
Shiner coming up to make the play is Youngcourt to hold him for no gain, and now a late flag from Harry Caskey.
Youngcourt makes it. You'd like to see that in a player. Looks like the game's out of hand, but Youngcourt makes a big play off the right side. Here you're going to see it. I don't know. Did a good job. Youngcourt did a good job getting off the block. Let's see what...
Looked like Harry Caskey signaled a personal foul on the Cougars. Coach Bookman wants to come out and see who he called it on. I don't know. I didn't see anything, so you almost wonder if something was said.
Away from the ball, obviously.
So it's going to be... by penalty, a Grand Central first down to the 11 with 2:18 remaining.
That's the formation they used most of the second half, Marty, that power I type formation.
And it'll be Shiner trying to bounce it to the outside. And what a job he's done in this second half. Get him that 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria touchdown, well-deserved for Howie Shiner.
Shiner bounced to the outside. Like I said, he looks as strong on this carry as he did early on. Touchdown. And ball game, Marty.
Sanchez to try to make this 27-8 Wolfpack. And the kick is up and good. 2:05 left. That's all that separates the Wolfpack from 2 in a row.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
We welcome you back to Harmon Geist Stadium. What a second half by Ciro Cinti's Wolfpack. 20 unanswered. They lead at 27-8 with 2:05 remaining. That's all, as I mentioned before we went to break, that separates the Wolfpack from 2 consecutive wins, 2 come-from-behind road victories for his Wolfpack.
Great ground game, strong play by their offensive line. Defensively, they did a nice job. Wolfpack looked impressive here tonight.
Galeno to kick it away. And this will be Gonzalez at the 14. Coming up the middle, Gonzalez, another nice return before he is brought down from behind by Max Greger. Joe, I'm going to steal a little bit of your thunder. The scoring drive, Shiner, 11-yard run for the touchdown. Sanchez the point after. 7 carries, 62 yards for Shiner on that drive. But what I want to point out are the 3 scoring drives in this half. 13 plays, 80 yards, 440 off the clock. 8 plays, 98 yards, 427 off the clock. 9 plays, 76 yards, 357 off the clock. All on the ground.
All on the ground. And that takes 1 quarter of football with the times. 4, and almost 4. So there you have it, Marty. They completely dominated the second half.
254 yards on 30 plays. And as you mentioned, essentially taking a quarter of time to do it. And Whistles stopped that play. Late flag from back deep in the secondary.
I think that's a time situation. It is.
So Coach Bookman and his staff have some work to do before they return here to Harmon Geist Stadium. We'll have that game next Friday night as part of the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. West Scranton will be in here to take on the Cougars. And I would just say it's a lot of housekeeping, Joe. A lot of correctable mistakes.
Exactly right, and that's why you practice during the week. I think one of the things that you look at is you have to keep your players engaged. as Wilson scrambles right and throws it up. What I mean by that, Marty, is, you've lost a couple games. You have to keep them involved in the program. You have to keep them, make sure that they understand we're going to correct these mistakes. We're going to take the next step. But we can't do that if everybody's not on the same page. So I think that's basically what you do as a head coach. You try to keep everybody on the same page.
And sometimes the approach is different from week to week. I believe I heard Nick Saban say at one point that, you got to figure out whether you're going to give him a kick in the pants or a pat on the back.
Well, and that's exactly right. It's exactly right. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to correct the mistakes. How are you going to correct them?
Number 1, freshman Freddie Corrado into the game at quarterback. He throws, it's complete to Moran. And Moran will be brought down across the 35 to about the 37. And Hazleton area takes their final timeout, down 27-8. And we will keep it here with 1:37 remaining. And is that, what we were alluding to before that last play, is that maybe the whole key, especially when you have such a young team?
I think as coaches, not only a head coach, all of your coaches, you have to read your players. There are some players you can get all over, and they shrug it off, and they're going to try to make themselves better. There are some you have to be a little more understanding, I guess that's a good word, understanding with to get your point across. The good coaches can do that, I think. But you know what? It's been said more than once. At the college level, when do you become a better coach? When you have better players. I mean, now high school, you got to work with what you have.
Corrado being pressured. Battle's going to bring him down for the sack. And I'll tell you what, when it became obvious that Hazleton area was going to have to pass, if there's been one player that's pinned his ears back and has been coming after the quarterback, it's been DJ Battle.
Yeah, Battle has put some pressure on people tonight. We talked about their defensive front as well as their offensive front. Done an excellent job here. As the clock winds down, we're going to be under a minute as we have a 4th down here.
And it looks like the Cougars will punt it away. Levi Kurtz. And it looks like heading back, Hassan Howard. And they're just going to let this one bounce. And it'll be downed by Vasquez at the 29-yard line. And probably all it needs is one kneel down, Joe, and the clock will run out here.
As you mentioned, Wolfpack have the Bulldogs at home next week. Bulldogs in Williamsport this week looking for their first win under Coach Orlando.
And not to overlook the game next week we have, but I'm all of a sudden thinking a very interesting matchup and looking forward to 2 weeks in Mountaintop, Wilkes-Barre area and Crestwood.
Crestwood struggling a little. They're scoring points, but they're also allowing points.
Well, and the thing is with Crestwood, their schedule hasn't been the easiest. At Valley View, Dallas, and at Wyoming area.
Exactly right.
And sometimes you look at a portion of his schedule, no matter what the sport is, there's a turning point as the clock will go to zeros here at Harmon Guy Stadium. This 2-game road trip, if you will, for Ciro Cinti's Wolfpack, 27-10 victory last week, and they're going to come away with a 27-8 victory here tonight. Could be that moment that turns things around for this program this season.
They certainly have the personnel to do that. I'll be honest with you, Marty. Howe can throw the ball, but If he doesn't, they can rely on their ground game. So they really have some balance, and they proved it tonight.
A lot of pats on the back and friendly chatter between both coaching staffs going on. Mike Sosar hoping to get winning head coach Ciro Cinti. And we're waiting to see if we'll get a cameraman over to Mike. Unfortunately, our cameraman's on the other side of the handshake line. Mike does have Ciro Cinti. We're just waiting to get our cameraman over to Coach Cinti and Mike. And if I know Coach Cinti, not only is he going to talk about his backs, but those big guys up front that did yeoman's work in this second half. And Coach Cinti getting his crew over to near their locker room. It looks like we're ready. Let's head down to Mike Sosar with winning head coach Ciro Cinti.
Thanks, Marty. Down here on the field with Coach Cinti. Coach, you got the ball back with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. A defensive story, so to speak, for the team tonight, only allowing the Cougars that one touchdown in the second quarter.
Coach Michaels did a great job preparing the kids. I mean, you got to give Hazleton a lot of credit, and the coaches, Coach Buckman, they do a great job with their kids, what they have. And listen, they ran the ball hard against us all day, and we're lucky enough to stop them. And then we just went back to our old time, nothing fancy, offense, and just tried pounding the ball, and we were able to wear them down in the fourth quarter.
6 minutes in that third quarter. You guys had the ball just about half the quarter, and much to say about your senior running back, Howie Shiner.
Howie's done that for the last 4 years. What else can you say? He's a great kid, great leader, team captain, just all-around hardworking kid that doesn't know quit.
Coach, 1-0 in the conference, 2-2 now. First 2 home games were a drop. Now you got 2 on the road. You go home next week against Berwick. Maybe pull another one around.
We'll try our best. Berwick and us, we're always a battle, and we have all the most respect for Berwick, and we always have. So whatever it comes down to, you'll see the same with us. Every game this year, we said is going to be a dogfight, and so far it's been a dogfight every game. So we look forward to the same thing next week.
Coach Cinti, best of luck. We'll see you in a couple weeks, I presume. Back.
Thanks a lot, Mike, and let's talk about, Joe, what Coach Cinti went back to old school football that we saw back when he was at Coughlin and now at Wilkes-Barre area. On the night, Joe, 21 first downs for this Wolfpack offense, 341 yards on the ground, 105 through the air, 446 yards of total offense. The backs, Shiner, 27 carries, 215 yards. And for Shiner in that second half, $23 of those carries coming in the second half. Underwood, 11 carries, 109 yards, each of them with a touchdown. We talked about the time of possession advantage in the first half. Well, it swung in the second half. Wilkes-Barre area had it for 16 minutes, 1 second. Hazleton area only 7:59. It struck me as we just kept going along that this looked like old-time Ciro Cinti football. Let's just line them up and let's just grind it out.
Well, I think after the interception, that probably became more foremost in his mind. You know what? Can we move the ball on the ground? We can. We have Shiner. We have Underwood. Our offensive line's doing a good job. Let's do that.
But I think it was still the mentality coming out of halftime because you mentioned it. They got the 2 rushes and got the first down and then tried to pass the interception. But then after they got the blocked field goal, we believe that it was blocked, they came back out. 2 plays running the football, got the first down, and it just seemed like they never got away from it.
It was, we're going to run the football. You're going to stop us. If you can't stop us, we're going to win this game on the ground.
Well, I have to say congratulations to our production crew. What an outstanding effort here tonight, led by our director, Barry Chase. Too bad that the play-by-play guy doesn't know what he's talking about half the time, but we'll try to get that corrected. As I mentioned, our director, Barry J. is for Stats by Jim Burns. For Mike Sosar, Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Join us next Friday night for another edition of the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week, as West Scranton will be here at Harmon Geist Stadium to take on the Cougars of Hazleton area. We'll be on the air next Friday night at 7. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Hazleton.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.